Hello, everyone. This is Ben Dunn, founder of Anarchic Press, a small publishing company established in 1985. Creator of such comics as Warrior Nun, Ninja High School, Tomorrow Girl, Bikini Sentai G Rangers, and the Marvel Mangaverse, as well as a host of other comic books, comic series. Yesterday was tax day, so hopefully you got your taxes in or filed for an extension or got a refund. Either way, is the day the government has set aside for we as citizens to pay our taxes. Also yesterday, my longtime and good friend, Steve Ross, came to visit me, from all the way from California. I've known Steve for a very long time. He's, I think I've known him for 40 years nearly, and he is almost family now. So what I'm trying to talk today is about the importance of relationships in the comic book industry. It's so easy nowadays to create enemies, for even the slightest offense. When I was growing up, it was actually kind of difficult to make enemies. It was easier to make friends. You found people that you liked, you got to know them, and then you became friends. Now, I think the problem with social media is that it's too easy to make enemies. You could take anybody's statement or comment, or some sort of action, and immediately be offended by that in some fashion for no reason other than you just didn't like what they said. Of course, there are people who have done, evil and bad things and they deserve our scorn, but those are not the kind of people that we would want to hang around with now, is it? Especially in the comic book industry, when we judge before we know all the facts. To jump onto something that you feel like it's some sort of injustice, because you feel some sort of need to fulfill some sense of or moral outrage, make yourself feel good, make you feel powerful, make you feel like you have some sort of influence over others. It seems almost detrimental. And I think that's one of the reasons why the comic industry is suffering, is that we just can't get along. For some reason we feel like we have to just, vent, our frustration. Maybe because we don't have influence in the comic book industry, that we feel like we have to become powerful in some fashion in order to get attention, in order to get some sort of way to, find people who think like you to come to your cause. It just seems detrimental to me. I always think that the work speaks for itself. If you are a comic book creator, let your work speak for you. That's the best thing you can do. If you don't, if you're trying to sell yourself rather than your work, then you're going to find very quickly that doesn't work for very long. Because eventually people are going to want to know, hey, what are you behind your blustery outrage? What have you produced that will make me feel good? The whole idea behind comics is that we are here to entertain. We are not necessary for life. Comic books, some people might disagree. Oh yeah, we're gonna have entertainment. We gotta have people to, they have to have something to feed their soul, basically. Well, that may be true to some extent, but as one of the needs of life, it's not necessary. People can go without comics, and people have. In fact, the vast majority of people don't read comics, which is a damn shame, but I'm trying to change that. But I'm doing that by producing material hopefully people will enjoy. Make them feel good about themselves. Make them feel like, for 20, 30 minutes, they were transported to another world, and they were happy with that. So I'm just saying that, it's time for, people just shut up. Just shut up. People really, if you're trying to get attention and fame, and clicky bait thingies by, stroking outrage and anger, you'll find that very soon that cannot be sustained for very long, because people can only feed on anger for so long. And that's something that I think is going to be harmful in the long term for the comic book industry. So anyway, just my thoughts. And if you like what you heard, subscribe and like. Do all that sort of YouTube-y stuff that you young people do these days. And then I do read your comments. I don't always answer them because, quite frankly, I'm very bad at answering comments. And I'm just telling you the truth right up front. But I do read them, and I do take them to heart. And if there's a comment that strikes my fancy, I'll definitely reply to it. So until next time, this has been Dunn, signing off.